eBay just released their 2023 last fourth quarter results, and they are positive. This is a good thing for us as sellers and potentially even better for us buyers. Let's check out the results and see what it means for your small business or your next eBay find. So let's go directly to the source. This is eBay's website. This is their news release where they're telling us and the world how they did in their financial last quarter of 2023. They were even kind enough to make a video. Let's just watch this together and see what we can find. 2023 results. Fourth quarter earnings. eBay, pretty great music. 18.6 million. Okay. They made that much revenue. 2.6 billion. That's interesting. 250 million active buyers. eBay for charity contributed over 43 million globally in fourth quarter. That's an interesting statistic that they're promoting their charity. It's a really easy thing to do. If you list something and you can say you can give the minimum is 10% to a charity on their list of things. And they have quite a few interesting options. Definitely a nice thing. And it does say money goes to charity on the listing itself when you buy. So that's an interesting thing that they connected with. Absolutely. So what do we see? Well, revenue is up about, this is it, 2% from where they were last year or the last quarter. This is, according to other news articles, an upswing. This is better than they expected to do. And this is great news because if you are a seller, eBay is just the number one site of people around the world that can come across your item. And so we do actually want eBay to succeed, and that supports us as an individual seller. You know, I know we have our own website and you might too, but there's not traction like having here on the power of what eBay's reach can be. And now we want fees to be less. We want it to be cheaper. Our money to go further. Absolutely. But eBay has to make money, obviously, right? And so it's a good news when they are making money. And if they can turn those profits over to us and reduce expenses, that would be amazing. But definitely check out different articles. The other thing that I thought was interesting is that they beat their estimate. So that's always a positive thing. And that's why the stocks swung up today in just this last hour, because it's surprisingly good news. And so people wanted to buy their eBay stock to be a part of a revenue boost that'll come after that, the game of the stock market. But I think it's really exciting news that they have $2.5 billion when it was supposed to be an average of 2.5. So such a funny number to be looking at. They're huge numbers, but it really matters when it comes down to a company like this size. So here's the interesting other side of that story, though, is just the last month, they actually announced that they're letting 1,000 workers go to help what they say, make ends meet. We have outpaced the growth of our company. So they have 1,000 extra employees. Can you imagine? That's a huge number of people that are probably being paid a fair salary that are now having to be cut. That's 9% of the business. And I think a lot of this happened with Amazon and Google and other big e-commerce. Amazon too did this. They cut people because there was such a big hiring spree post-pandemic, and now that's kind of correcting that right number. I really feel awful for those people that lost their job and were a part of this loss. I am hoping they can find something even better for them. As eBay as a company, I think it's smart that they are catching themselves and making sure that they stay viable. And that is coming down to us as individual sellers, that will help us continue to grow. Because what do we need eBay to do? We need eBay to advertise for us. That's their power. That's what they do for us. That's what they should do for us, is make the name eBay great and known in young people, and that's where they can go shop. They should figure out ways to connect to where people's eyeballs are, like on TikTok or other platforms. And I think that is why I have seen eBay at events. I know they were even at board game events and other shows to help think of shop here on eBay. It's a really good source for you, because they are competing with Amazon and other places that have been out for a long time, but they're also competing with the Temu, that cheap website with really cheap products that aren't really great for the environment. But eBay can say, hey, we're actually selling reused products that's keeping things out of landfills. It's good for the environment, and it's great for your budget because it's going to be cheaper than new. sometimes, unless it's a collectible item like us, and then it's a collectible item. So it's unique and rare. But that is why this is a positive thing. And so I'd like to also say there's also fun things happening too in the world of eBay. Like this, somebody bought a $2 catamaran on eBay. $2 is a bid they won for $2, and now there's people on TikTok watching him repair. It's going to cost him $10,000 to get it seaworthy, but what he did is he actually bid, because it's only $2, why risk it? And they did a Google Earth search for the boat and found it, and now he's probably making money off of TikTok with people watching it. But what a great idea, buying something cheap on eBay and restoring it or bringing it back to life with videos online. So many great ways to have a small business or create an income flow on things that you are enjoying. So here we are. Good news. This report on eBay on their website is massive. It goes on and on and on. It shows you all the exact numbers. This is in the millions, it clarifies, of the numbers that are increasing. So you can definitely scroll through here and see everything about the business. It keeps going. They show exactly their cash, short-term, amazingly detailed report on everything, very transparent, which is nice to see. So it goes on and on and on. They're having a growth in their business, and we want to continue to see the same. After all this money talk, always remember, people before treasures. Subscribe for more.